So TNA Impact was a taped show from last Friday night. It's interesting to see people online who claim that they don't read the spoilers bitching about Jeff Hardy retaining the title before Impact aired. Oops! So Impact started off with Aces and Eights. I thought it was good. You know, they were all together. You got guys coming in on bikes. They're all yelling and screaming and throwing signs. It was a good reestablishment of a path leading back to their dominance in TNA once again. And then, of course, they were all in the ring, and Taz is standing, telling everybody why he joined, and further building that foundation. But I noticed something that might be a potential problem. Including Taz, there were 11 guys in that ring. And then still rumored to join the group, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff, D'Lo Brown, even Jay Bradley, the recent Gut Check winner's name has come up. And of course, the leader of the group, whoever that may be. So while TNA has started the rebirth and restoration to Aces and Eights' dominance in the company, there still lies a danger of them becoming a little NWO-ish. Too many members of a group smothering the company. And that is something that TNA obviously has to avoid doing. Now, before I talk about the women's match, I have to say this about Tara. I can't stand this heel persona that TNA has her doing. It's bad. Tara should be a dominating, intimidating, tough-ass heel. And instead, they have her acting like a stuck-up, kissy-poo priss. That's something a Madison Rayne could get away with doing. She could do that easily. But not Tara. And I like Tara. I think she's a great worker. And it kills me to see her have to go through this. It's all wrong. And to add to the ridiculousness, her boyfriend, Mr. Duh! It sucks. And I really feel bad for her. She doesn't come off threatening at all. And she deserves better. So you have the women's championship match. Tara against Velvet Sky. Velvet Sky ditching her catsuit attire and falling back to her original gear. Of course, she comes down and showcases the two highlights that she's all about, and then steps through those ropes and proceeds to have another terrible showing. This match was dull. Velvet Sky with her flying clotheslines that barely connected with Tara. It was really bad. And the appropriate ending to such a painful match was when Velvet had Tara near the ropes and she was going to execute a suplex. What was she going to do? A slingshot suplex like Tully Blanchard used to do? Or was the predictable going to happen? Velvet picks Tara up, and then Tara suddenly falls down on top of her because Mr. Duh pulls Velvet's leg from under her and holds her foot down. Tara retains. The TNA women's division is terrible right now. And since Bruce Pritchard doesn't like women's wrestling, how in the hell can they improve it? So you had Rob Van Dam and Christian York against Kenny King and Zema Ion. Are these the only 4 guys we're ever going to see in the X Division? You're just rotating the same 4 guys. When are we going to see other X Division wrestlers? They are out there, aren't they? And as predictable as my never having the opportunity to bang Halle Berry, it'll be a 4-way match at Lockdown for the X Division Championship. How much longer is it going to be until we see some other X Division wrestlers come in so you can start building that next potential contender? So then we see Bully Ray and Hogan's daughter in the ring. Hogan's daughter with the same blank facial expression on her face that she always has, looking like she would rather be doing more crappy sci-fi films. And then Bully Ray begging Hogan to reinstate him. And then Sting comes out and basically backs Bully Ray up. Let's see. Bully Ray has made 3 Impact appearances, including last night, and 1 pay-per-view appearance at Genesis. Even though he's suspended. And now you're begging Hogan to lift a suspension that isn't even being enforced. What is the point? Robert Roode versus Hernandez. Okay. And then you have Roode and Aries backstage doing another comedy skit. And then after Roode beats Hernandez, they're arguing about who should get credit for the win. TNA. It's okay to present a traditional heel. A heel who doesn't do comedy skits backstage and doesn't do comedy promos in the ring. It's okay to present a traditional heel. They have so much potential with Roode and Aries and what they could do with them as a team. But I just feel that potential is going to be lost. You have the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy against Christopher Daniels. Did you all really think that Daniels was going to win the title? Yes, let's have Christopher Daniels win the championship, go over to the UK, and keep the title warm for a month, then come back to the United States just to lose it back to Hardy. You know TNA is not taking that belt off of Hardy, especially when he's still deciding whether he wants to re-sign with the company or not. And then there have even been some people who have said, well, wait a minute. If Jeff Hardy's not going to defend the title for a month, doesn't the 30-day rule apply? Oh, if a wrestler doesn't defend his title in 30 days, then he should be stripped of the title. That's old school. That doesn't happen anymore these days. And even if somebody maybe wanted to do that, do you really think they're going to take the title off Hardy? So after the match, Jeff Hardy is attacked by a masked member of Aces and Eights. It was a weak attack. And Hardy moderately sold it. Is that the right word to use? Moderately sold the injury? I didn't get it. Why would you have Aces and Eights attack Hardy? Why not have Christopher Daniels and Kazarian attack Hardy and injure his knee? Then it allows you to build a program based on that, and then it gives a reason to have these two meet in a future championship match instead of it being just another random championship match. Hardy's hurt. He can't go to the UK. Kayfabe. And then Daniels goes over to the UK and brags about how he hurt Hardy and how he's coming back after him for the title. And then, of course, you have video vignettes of Hardy and he's speaking to Daniels while he's in the ring. Because you know Hardy's going to appear on video vignettes anyway. But had they done it like this, with Daniels and Kazarian committing the injury, then there would be a reason to do it over there, and then you could build on that. What was the point of Aces and Eights attacking Hardy? What, you're going to put Hardy in the ring with that masked guy for the title? Oh, gee, maybe let's put Hardy and Devon in a title versus title match. What would be the point? That's not leading anywhere. So I thought that it would have made more sense to have Daniels and Kazarian attack Hardy. Then it allows you to build for the future. Lockdown. So but Hardy could have sold the injury a little better. All those UK fans that are so pissed that he's not coming. Hardy could have made it look more realistic. I'm Tazmart 2002. And that was my TNA Impact Analysis for January 24, 2013. If you have any comments about what I've said, please leave your comments below. And you thumbs up, thumbs down, you know what to do. If you have any topics about wrestling that you want to get my take on, get at me on Twitter. Tazmark, Tazmark 2002. And if your comments exceed the 140, email Tazmark2002 at gmail.com. It was a decent show. And now the next 4 impacts will be in the UK, and it'll be refreshing to see them perform in front of a real wrestling crowd instead of a theme park visitor crowd. I'm Tazmart 2002. Gone.